Speaking of stuff that you told me to watch, people, is he in Rope?
Yes.
He's not the star of Rope.
He's one of them.
No, don't nobody talk about him in Rope.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Who's he playing Rope? Does he play Rope? I actually don't know what Rope is about. I just know you always told me to watch Rope. Does he play Rope?
What kind of question is that?
He handles the rope.
He handles the rope.
He does handle the rope in Rope.
Young Junk!
Hey, welcome to the Micheaux Mission. 2 men, 1 podcast, every black film ever made. My name is Len, a.k.a. Len, and as always, I'm joined by my partner.
Hey, this is Vincent Williams.
Tonight, we are continuing our October dedication to Boo-Tober and all the films that make you go in the night. And we have come to Vincent's selection for this stop on the mission, where we will be journeying to 2024 to sit down with We Strangers. Ooh. Can't wait to talk about this film tonight here on The Mission as we stream live from Young Junk, Philadelphia's premier video podcast palace, to all points north, south, east, and west. And that means you on YouTube. Hello, missionary.
Good evening, one and all.
Once again, we come to you here from Young Junk with a heavy heart.
Yeah.
As the world of black culture, the world of music in general, has lost one of its brightest stars of the last 25, 30 years in D'Angelo.
Yeah, jeez.
D'Angelo, which was the stage name for Michael Eugene Archer, passed away today at the age of 51 after a bout with pancreatic cancer. D'Angelo.
Fuck cancer, man.
Right. First garnered attention after co-producing the 1994 single You Will Know for Black Men United. He would then go on to have his debut studio album, Brown Sugar, which was released in 1995, certified platinum, and received widespread acclaim from music critics who have credited the album for ushering in the neo-soul movement. It also spawned the single Lady, which peaked within the top 10 on the Billboard Hot 100 for many weeks to come. D'Angelo is also popularly known for his collaboration with Lauryn Hill, Nothing Even Matters, and also with Erykah Badu and his one-time girlfriend, Angie Stone, who left us too soon this year as well.
Yeah. I feel so sad for their son.
D'Angelo also released 2 other albums, Voodoo in 2000, which went to #1 on the U.S. Billboard 200 and also received critical acclaim. And then his 3rd album, which was not released until 2014, Black Messiah.
Yeah.
Again, 3 definitive bangers from this lost treasure of music. Vincent, and you came in with a decidedly heaviness on your
as
heart.
you said, it just happened today.
Yes.
And I think it's fair to say that for the vast majority of us, it was a surprise because while he did die from pancreatic cancer, he was battling it privately.
Yes.
As, obviously was his right. So it very much is super fresh. But D'Angelo was one of those artists, like you said, of the last 25 years, which is true, but there are very few artists in the past 20, 25 years that I think you don't have to use a modifier. Like I don't think it's hyperbole to say that D'Angelo stands with your Stevie Wonders, with your Aretha Franklins, with your Curtis Mayfields.
Marvin Gaye.
Your Marvin Gaye. So like just that level of talent. And even just now when you said he ushered in the neo-soul movement, I have to say, it always makes me wince a little bit when I hear that term, neo soul, because neo soul, it was always just a marketing thing.
Of course.
Like neo soul, they're neo soul, and it was always just a marketing thing. And much like the retroactive label of disco, I always felt like that neo soul label kind of regulated this music to fad.
Okay.
It's neo soul. Neo soul is dead. It's neo soul night. And
it kind of delegitimized
and again removes it from the legacy and tradition that I think he absolutely belongs in. Like you talk about Brown Sugar and just this extraordinary album that launched this opportunity, frankly, for different types of music. I contend, I think there are perfect albums.
Yeah.
I think there are perfect albums. Let you list your own. I think Voodoo is perfect. Like, I think Voodoo is a perfect album. There's an album that came out during this legendary studio session.
Yeah.
Where I think the 4 albums that came out of these sessions, where all of these musicians were basically going back and forth, it's like Voodoo, Mama's Gun, which I think is a perfect album from Erykah Badu. The Roots' best album, Things Fall Apart.
Yes.
And arguably Common's best album. Not the colored section. It's the one with the green cover.
I
just had it in my head.
I will check it out.
Like Water for Chocolate.
Yes.
Like Water for Chocolate. And D'Angelo was sort of foundational to all of this.
Right in the center.
Yeah, so it's funny. We were talking earlier today, and me and my boys talk about this all the time. Especially one of me and my boys in particular. Like, we're the fatalists of the group, where we talk about the 27 Club.
Oh yeah,
which is this infamous kind of superstition that these artists die at 27. And what we always say is that there are certain artists that live past 27 that it feels like a gift.
Okay.
And I remember when Black Messiah came out a few years ago, I was so thankful. Like, I never thought we were going to get another D'Angelo album.
Yeah, it was 14 years in between.
And we did. And, I think he was just this amazing musical force that you almost had to let him be. Last thing I'll say, I was, I think about D'Angelo sometimes during this period, like Black Messiah, and then, like you said, it was this 14-year period between Voodoo and Black Messiah, when everybody was like, D'Angelo, when's he going to come out? When he's going to do this? Like, we get these hints of music from him. And I remember last year, I think I was somewhere. We were doing something, and our good friend Tanya Pendleton was there. And the Sloss Stone, the Sloss Stone documentary had just come out.
Okay.
And Questlove, who I think is arguably D'Angelo's greatest champion. Like, he was always trying to get D'Angelo out there. So he made the Sloss Stone documentary, and he interviews D'Angelo. And sort of the mission statement of the documentary is how Sloss Stone grappled with Black genius.
Okay.
Like it's this sentiment that when we talk about white genius, your Brian Wilsons, your David Bowies, your John
Lennon,
your John Lennons. Once we acknowledge their geniuses, they get a level of support, both kind of cultural and a lot of times institutional. Like, I always say, the most gangster shit that ever happened was the Beatles said, "We ain't touring no more." Like, we studio dudes. And everybody said, I mean, shit, you the Beatles. All right, fine. And Black genius never really gets that kind of support. And there's this moment that stuck with me in the documentary where D'Angelo is talking about the pressure of Black genius. He's talking about Sloss Stone. Like, he's not talking about himself at all. Like, he's talking about Sly Stone, but you know Questlove had him on there because it kind of revealed kind of what he was.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just a monumental loss. It really is. And, you know, I hope that brother rests in peace. I really do.
I do too. And as we talk about the impact that he's made over the last 25, 30 years, I think that is the reason why it is hitting so hard for people. Because, one, we're talking about 3 albums. And these aren't the albums of our day when there would be like, you know, 14, 15 songs.
Look.
These are like... It's maybe a total of 30 songs altogether across the 3 albums, right? So you're talking about that, and you're talking about a person who, you put it out there, he was battling this privately. And for the most part, while there were, you know, glimpses into his personal life have been revealed over the years, he still very much lived as an enigma for a lot of people, you know?
Go ahead.
You really didn't know. And I think that just makes the loss that much more, you know, gut-wrenching. Because you were waiting for the moment where, oh, more of his genius was going to come out. You were going to hear more music eventually. And if you didn't hear any music, then there would come the day when we would give him his just due.
Exactly.
And give him his just rewards, the praise and the regard that he really, really, truly deserves.
Exactly. And not to go too far down that, like I think it is pretty well documented that there was a shift that happened after the Untitled video. Like, he makes this video Untitled, and you know, he's all lean and I always got the sense he was uncomfortable with D'Angelo, the sex symbol. Yeah. And, you know, just sort of dealing, like, you can't imagine. Like, you can't imagine unless you are that person. I do think if you are a musician like that and an artist and you aren't here for that, and then that's what people, well, you know, the irony, or I don't know if it's ironic or it's thematic, but that was the Beatles thing. Yeah. Like the Beatles said, they would go to these concerts and the teeny boppers and the girls would be yelling, and it's like, well, they're not listening to us. Like, they think we're just here for this, so we ain't touring no more. We just a studio band. And it like, I can't even imagine. Like, I can't even imagine, but look, I'm just tired of brothers dying. Like, I just need I just need us to get old. Yeah. Like, I need us to get old. So, you know.
We still got Stevie.
Yeah, Stevie ain't our generation. I mean, our age. Like, okay. And God knows, somebody wrapped Stevie up in cellophane or something.
Stevie was actually just at a concert out in a concert for Watts.
Yeah, I need him to sit
with Laylo Hathaway. Yeah. He was doing great things.
Look,
Stevie's good.
Keep him hydrated, but I mean, like, yeah, it's sad. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It is.
So, you know, rest in peace. Condolences to the family. Special condolences to I know he has children, but you know, special condolence to his son that he had with Angie Stone, because as you said, that little brother has lost both his parents in the past year.
Oh my God.
So
I can only imagine. D'Angelo actually, from what I'm seeing, has three children.
Yeah.
In general.
And God bless all of them.
God bless it.
You know, prayers to all of them, but you know.
All right. So that is D'Angelo. Who
all right, let's talk about something else.
Well,
yeah.
I just want to take a brief moment, if you don't mind, just acknowledging another loss from the past couple of days, and that was the loss of the actress Diane Keaton.
Oh yeah, that's sad.
Yeah. Diane Keaton, who passed away, star of Annie Hall, Woody Allen's Annie Hall, star of the Godfather films, star of, I actually most recently just saw her in an old HBO series, The Young Pope, with Jude Law. She was in that. It was weird. It was weird. It's like, that's Diane Keaton playing a nun. I was actually just surprised, as I bring her up, I was surprised at how much people felt about her passing. I felt it. I was like, oh, wow, this is a shame.
Look, man, Annie Hall is iconic. And in a film...
Never seen it.
And, wow, you've never seen Annie Hall?
Nope.
One of the very few Woody Allen films that I don't think is overrated.
Oh, okay.
Annie Hall is as great as they say it is.
Okay. I'll have to check it out.
And I like Sleepers just because it's a weirdo movie, but you know.
Are you trying to think of Woody Allen movies?
Woody Allen movies that aren't overrated.
Okay.
Where it's like, all right. Like I've seen a fair amount of Woody Allen films, and most of the time I say, I'm like, all right.
Really? Yeah. Wow. I stay away from most Woody Allen films. I've seen probably.
I mean, is this because he's a pedophile or just because?
Honestly, it's because for Sleepers, loved it. You know?
But Sleepers ain't great.
No, it's not great.
You just like it.
It's just a dumb, silly movie.
It's like, oh, I like 70s sci-fi.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of 70s sci-fi.
Yeah. So Sleepers loved it.
It's kind of weird.
And what's the other one? What's the one where he redubs the?
Oh, right.
The Japanese movie?
Not Moon, My Blue,
whatever the hell.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
But I like that.
Because Diane Keaton. It doesn't matter about Woody Allen. We're not talking about
Diane Keaton's not in the Japanese movie. But it's Diane Keaton.
Annie Hall's good.
Okay.
Yeah, Annie Hall's actually like I get why people were like, and Diane Keaton is 85% of the reason why. Like Woody Allen is a great director. I think the script is great.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's not a bad screen presence.
Mm-hmm.
But Diane Keaton is 85. She like, and yeah.
It's the movie that made her a star.
And in a film that is amazingly masculine, I think she has a harder job than Talia Shear in Godfather. And I think she has the best female role.
In
Godfather.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, easily. Yeah. She's the female with the most lines.
Yeah. So,
if for no other reason.
So, it's a shame.
It is a shame.
It's a shame.
It is a shame. So, rest in peace, Diane Keaton.
Yeah.
And our condolences to her family.
Sure.
As well.
All right. Well, that was depressing as hell. Can we do something? Can we do something else now? Let's do some real-time programming and do something else. We'll be right back when we're doing something else. How's that for the transition?
We'll be right back after this shout out to a favorite Black podcast that I invite you all to check out. And you should check this out because I know you're not a huge podcast listener.
No, not a huge one.
Okay. But there's a podcast that I want you to check out.
Okay.
And I want you to check it out as well, missionaries. It's called Knockout Nerds.
Mm-hmm.
It's Knockout Nerds, which features our good friend, Daryl Charles.
Yeah, what's up, Daryl?
Charles and his comedian friend, Satoya. Satoya loves sports.
Okay.
Daryl doesn't.
Okay.
Daryl's a nerd. Satoya isn't.
Okay.
Comedians Daryl Charles and Satoya clash and connect as they school each other on their wildly different worlds and try to make sense of everything else in between. It's smart, silly, always surprising. Jump in on the convo. Knockout Nerds, available wherever you find podcasts. On the most recent episode of Knockout Nerds,
mm-hmm.
they create this Venn diagram between propaganda, bidets,
Okay.
And what was the third thing? It was propaganda, bidets, and UFC fighting. It is bananas funny.
Okay.
It is absolutely bananas funny, and somewhere in there they remember when Ben Passmore, no, not Ben Passmore, when oh my God, I'm drawing a blank on the brother's name that did the comedy book that we had on, your guy who you love. He was our guest on the show, and we were anyway.
Did the comedy book?
He wrote the book about comedy, about black comedy.
Who, David?
Yeah, David. I can't.
Not
remember.
brothers.
But brother, this will be edited. Anyway, that's what happens when you're doing this live. They make a reference to how sex sounds like macaroni and cheese.
Yes.
On the show, on their episode.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God.
Oh no, you mean Damon.
Damon Young.
Damon Young, yeah.
Damon Young. Because Damon said
right,
that he's the one that created
that.
He coined that.
That sounds like macaroni and cheese.
And well, at least I said I had never heard that.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I heard it again on Daryl Charles on Knockout Nerds. I was like, oh my God, it blew my mind.
Yeah.
It made me laugh all over again. Knockout Nerds, wherever you find podcasts, check it out. It is amazing. It is incredible. Check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Please do that. Okay.
All right.
Well, that's that. Okay. Now.
All I could do was for propaganda. I could do propaganda and bidets because Serpico, because he was squeaky clean.
Oh, okay.
But I couldn't I was trying to do UFC fighting, but I don't know a lot about UFC.
You don't know. Yeah.
Right?
See, that's not.
Like I knew it's because you.
You're about to say, yeah, you know there's a U and an F and a C.
Could you maybe do Point Break? Because Johnny Utah is an amazingly good cop. They're surfing all the time. It's water, so
it gets you to the
gets
bidet.
you clean. The bidet is clean.
Okay. Yeah, I guess you could.
And I don't know if Johnny Utah knows like mixed martial arts, but I seem to remember Patrick Swayze doing mixed martial arts a little bit in Point Break. Or would the cop have to do mixed martial arts? Because with that, because it's not
cop would probably,
because it's not propaganda. If he so we need like so we need like so now I need a karate cop.
You need a karate cop, Jackie Chan.
So
and Super Cop.
Or Jackie Chan in so can we get
or Rush Hour,
something bidet in Rush Hour?
Oh, you could definitely get a bidet in Rush Hour.
How do we who's going to clean ass in Rush Hour?
Chris Tucker. I'm here to clean ass.
I'm here to clean. So maybe Rush Hour kind of fits in it. Although I suspect that Jackie Chan might be offended if you compared him to an MMA fighter.
I don't think we're comparing him.
I know, but you said that like that
you
was.
You just said a kung fu cop.
No, but I did, but I was like, I'm just trying to fit them in the circle part of. But so I don't know if Jackie Chan would appreciate being put in the MMA circle. I mean, I don't know. He strikes me as a traditionalist.
Does he?
Yeah, because he studied at the Royal.
Okay, yes, he did. But I mean, he also puts in his whole clown effect into it.
Right. But okay,
I don't know how traditionalist he is.
Okay, well, he's also old. Like I feel like old martial artists probably don't respect MMA.
No, I'm sure they do.
Oh, I don't know.
To a degree.
Oh, you very sure about things right now based on nothing.
Why wouldn't they respect?
My dad used to do that. Oh, I guarantee you that non-people's like, what are you, Dad?
Why wouldn't they respect?
I need a works cited.
Why wouldn't they respect mixed martial art?
Because it's a newer dare I say, less rigid. I don't want to use the word disciplined, but I suspect, like, if you are part of an older form, you would view MMA as less disciplined.
Yeah, you can view it as less disciplined.
I don't
but that doesn't mean that you don't have respect for it.
You don't put me in that. Like, I know Kung Fu. I know, whatever it is Jackie Chan knows. I don't know.
Okay.
Making somebody tap out.
But you're the one putting them in there. We didn't put them in there.
Well, that's why I said I might be wrong about Rush Hour. So now I need an MMA dude and put him in there. We'll go. That's why we don't have a podcast. That's why they had a podcast. See, we trying to do what professionals do.
If you thought this was fun, you should check us out on Patreon. Become a patron of the Micheaux Mission for just $5, and you can gain access to exclusive content. Vincent, Ariel Johnson, and myself, we just recorded, and it's up, available for you to listen for all our patrons. The second episode of Len's Secret Movie Podcast.
Okay.
Where we reviewed They Live.
Just hold up.
Parts of it.
Ooh, intriguing answer.
Parts of it.
Let me give you $5 so I can hear the whole answer.
Well, you don't have to give me
paywall.
You shall not pass. So, but you can for $5. Go to patreon.com, Micheaux Mission, to become a patron of the Micheaux Mission. Please support the show. But we don't want you to support the show if in any way this inconvenienced you. You can do your part by just sharing the word of the show with all of your friends and giving us a 5-star review and a like and a follow on the podcast chaser of your choice.
Actually, I heard a great bit of advice earlier this week about this. I don't actually want you to tell all your friends.
Okay.
Everyone within the sound of my voice, I charge you with telling one person this week about the Micheaux Mission.
There you go.
Just tell one person. Can I brag on us a little bit?
Okay.
Do you mind?
Go ahead.
Len and I have been in meetings throughout these many years, and people bring out charts and stats. And certainly we would like more listeners. Let's be clear about that. Mm-hmm. But one thing that has been clear from the very beginning that we always talk about, our big joker, if you will, is that people who start to listen to the Micheaux Mission stay with us.
That's very true.
So, that's what we really do. It is a mission. Mm-hmm. And once people sign up for the mission, they stay with the mission.
They do.
And that is something that I've always been very proud of. That people start listening and they stay with it. They listen to the entire episode and then they go listen to other episodes.
Yes.
And so tell one person, tell them the first taste is free. Actually, all the tastes are free until you sign up for the Patreon. $5.
I'm going to brag on us a little more.
Okay.
Now that I no longer work at Push Black. One of the biggest things.
I'm sorry or congratulations.
All
right.
One of the biggest hurdles we tried to leap at Push Black was we did great podcasts. I know.
Mm-hmm.
We did great podcasts, but for one reason or another, we could not get people to listen to our show past 15, 20 minutes.
Right.
And our show was like about an hour, a little over an hour sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
And I'm saying 15, 20, that 20 is generous.
Yeah.
It was usually about the 12 or 15 minute mark. We found people were dropping off.
Right.
Right. We could tell by looking at the consumption rate. The Micheaux Mission has consistently, for the, 9 years we've been doing this?
Yeah.
Consistently. You could say what you want about our numbers as far as how many people follow us and listen to the show. But the people that listen to the show, the people that watch the show, the people that check us out, not only do they listen to all the other episodes, but when they do listen to an episode, they listen to, get this, Vincent, an average of 82% of the episode.
Look, we appreciate y'all so much. We really do.
Anybody in the podcasting game will tell you that if you have someone that is listening to 50% of your episode, you are doing great. Anything over than that, you are doing outstanding, because especially now in today, as much of the big numbers is,
Sure.
it's all about the engagement.
Right.
How long people are staying with you, how invested people are in with what you're doing. And we love that each and every one of you like to come and hang out with us.
So thank you.
Thank you.
From the bottom of our hearts. And tell one person.
Just one.
All right. Enough of that.
Enough of that.
Enough of that.
It is now time for the Game of Kings.
The Game of Kings.
6 degrees of D'Urville Martin.
All right.
Degrees of D'Urville Martin, where I give Vincent 2 actors and he has 6 films or less to connect them to a man that we wish we could engage with more. D'Urville Martin.
People start listening to D'Urville, they listen to 105%. They listen to the whole thing.
They listen to the whole D'Urville.
They just sit quietly. Think about his luxurious mustache.
They just hang out on his apostrophe.
That's how you know he fancy. That's how you know he fancy. So that's Durville, Mr. Martin.
No,
that's D apostrophe. It's actually French for D'Urville.
It's French for what?
D'Urville. It's pronounced D'Urville. Because I'm fancy. You know how many apostrophes there are in Sidney Poitier's name? None. Game, set, match. D'Urville Martin. All right, who we got?
All right.
Who we got?
Keeping it in theme, Vincent.
All right, theme.
We are reviewing We Strangers tonight here on The Mission. So, Vincent, I have 2 actors who star in other films that feature the word stranger or strangers.
Oh, okay. All right.
Okay.
Pretty broad field. Okay, what
All
we
right.
got?
And you cannot use their stranger movie.
Can't use their stranger movie. Got
All right.
you.
So, in 6 films or less, connect D'Urville Martin to one of the strangers on a train,
Oh.
Farley Granger.
What is that? That's what?
That's the man's name, Farley Granger.
The Orson Welles movie? I mean the
Alfred Hitchcock.
Alfred Hitchcock movie?
Yes.
Is he one of the strangers?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't even know it now. Nope. Nope.
Is it because you can't think of him?
Yeah, look, I'm sure. I'm not even looking. It's just you're just gonna show me pictures of some old white guy. No. Mm-mm.
Well, he's actually young in this picture.
Yeah. Nope. Mm-mm.
You can't do it?
Nope.
It's a.
Well, is he in some other?
He is in another Alfred Hitchcock movie.
Is rear? It's not Rear Window.
No, it's not real.
It's not North by Northwest.
It's not North by Northwest.
It's not Oh wait, because I'm trying to think of ones that you like. Speaking of stuff that you told me to watch, people, is he in Rope?
Yes.
He's not the star of Rope.
He's one of them.
No, don't nobody talk about him in Rope. Because
yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Who's he playing Rope? Does he play Rope? I actually don't know what Rope is about. I just know you always told me to watch Rope. Does he play Rope?
He handles the rope.
He handles the rope.
He does handle the rope in Rope.
Who's not Grace Kelly? Is Grace Kelly in Rope?
No. There is a actor who is in multiple Alfred Hitchcock movies in Rope.
Not Cary Grant.
No.
Is it Jimmy Stewart?
Yes.
Yeah, you're not the only one either. Like a lot of, I need to watch Rope. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Jimmy Stewart, that's just D'Urville Martin, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner with Katharine Hepburn.
Mm-hmm.
She's in Philadelphia Story with Jimmy Stewart, who's in Rope. I mean,
with Farley Granger.
Is that his real name?
Yes, that's his real name.
That's not his stage name?
Well, let's see. No, that's his full name is Farley Earl Granger Jr.
That's a shame. He would have been bigger if he didn't have that dumbass name.
He was a pretty...
Stop. No, he wasn't.
No, he was.
Was he, Lynn?
No, he really was. What hurt him...
Was what?
Was that he was gay.
Oh, yeah, because certainly nobody was gay in 1952 in the movies.
Well,
No, Mr. Hudson. We're going to bring your sandwich in a minute. We're talking.
Okay, but Rock Hudson famously didn't promote that he was gay.
Oh, he was openly gay.
He wasn't openly gay, but but
his husband was?
But to see him, he had a bit of a more softer, like, vibe to him.
So because he was, like, softer looking.
Yeah.
They just,
and in Rope.
They just assumed he was.
And in Rope, the characters... The two characters who are like the murderers, do
they kill him with rope? Why is the movie called Rope? Is Rope
because Rope is part of it?
Rope is part of the plot?
Rope is used in the murder. Yes, but the two characters, Farley Granger and his friend in the movie, they are coded gay.
Are they?
Yes.
I feel like we had this exact same exchange, and then I said, "Oh, Rope sounds kind of interesting just for that." And then
you
like, did you know Logan's Run had a television show for 4 episodes?
Next thing
and
you know,
all the episodes are on YouTube.
yeah. And next thing you know, that's what you're doing.
Right. So he was not openly gay, but as openly as you could be.
As you could be.
Oh, well, that's kind of interesting. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
So that's what stopped him from being
and he was
a bigger
Stranger.
star.
Because there was the other guy in Strangers on the Train.
Robert Walker.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Very good, Vincent.
Yeah. Yeah. My Hitchcock is soft. Like I know the big ones.
You gotta get in. Gotta get in there.
No. Look,
gotta get in there, man. Gotta get in with the rope and dial M for murder.
Wait. Are you saying that Alfred Hitchcock movies are very good and I should watch them? Is that your?
Yes.
That's your hot take?
That's my hot take.
Okay, all right.
That's my hot take. All right. There you go. So that's Farley Granger.
Sure.
Right. Next we have, oh boy, in 6 films or less, connect D'Urville Martin to. I want to make sure I get the right movie to this actress, Sally Kirkland.
Oh, that's a name I always hear. I have no idea who she is. She was like she was always on the periphery in the 70s.
She did a lot of films.
Was she like was she genre-y?
No, not really. Not really, no.
Yeah, I don't even, show me a picture of her.
Okay.
From the 70s.
Yeah, because that's not a good picture of her. Hold on. Let me get a...
Yeah, she's one of those names you always hear.
You know what? She is.
She's always like 4th or 5th on the call sheet.
But I bet you're actually thinking of another actress. You're thinking of her. That's her like in the 80s.
Oh, that is the most forgettable looking... She was like an extra on Dynasty. Like when Blake Carrington was at the table with Alexis and Linda, what's her name, came up and
Linda
slapped her.
Evans.
Linda Evans came up and slapped Alexis, and it was like 5 other blonde-haired white women at women.
One
at
of
the
them
table.
was Sally Kirkland.
One of them was her.
One of them was Sally Kirkland. You're so ignorant. Now you make me want to see if she was on Dynasty. I mean, because she did a fair amount of television. You were almost right.
Tonight on Mannix,
She wasn't.
with special guest star
Sally Kirkland.
Sally Kirkland as a widow with a secret.
Wait a minute. You are almost right. She wasn't on Mannix. But she was.
You pick her, Lynn.
But she was.
Like, what is the thought? What was the thought process?
Because first she was in the movie.
Like like anytime you pick old-timey white guys, like, Lynn has a hard one for old-timey white guys. There's your clip right there. But so, anytime you pick an old-timey white guy, it's like, well, that's Lynn's deal. That's his whole brand, old-timey white guys.
Old-timey white guys.
But like
Old-timey
this woman,
movies.
like, how do you get to her? Like, what was the thought? Like Lynn said, you said, I'm going to do people who were in movies with the word stranger in it. It's like, okay, well, that's a theme. Right. Now I got fun. But let's be clear. Stranger is a pretty...
It actually is not, but it's not actually in a lot of films.
Not a lot of
and
films.
most of them are like more horror films, but like B-level films. And I wouldn't select anyone like that. Right. Because there were names that you would never get.
Right. But like you could have maybe the word strange then.
Well, I'll be honest.
So then you land... Like, how do you land on this woman?
Because she was in this movie called The Strangers, and I was like, oh, it's Sally Kirkland. Now, I have to be honest. When I chose her, and I was like, all right, cool, Sally Kirkland. I was thinking in my head, though, I was thinking of the actress that I think you're actually thinking of, which is Sally Kellerman. Because Sally Kellerman was the original Hot Lips in the original movie in Mannix.
Yeah, right.
So I was thinking,
you was thinking about her.
So I was like, this will work.
Even you weren't thinking about her,
right?
But you expected me to think about.
But wait a minute, there's more. But then I said, okay, well, let me look at. Okay, it's not her.
It's not her.
But let me see if there's anything else in her filmography that at least I think if Vincent can think of it.
I would think of her.
It'll be an easy...
Even though you couldn't think of her. And you had her right in front of you.
It'll be an easy lift for you. So does she have movies in her filmography that if I told you that she was in these movies...
I would say, I remember... Would I say, I remember her in that movie? Would I say that?
No.
Then how am I supposed to...
No, but you would say,
I know that movie.
And you would be able to find somebody in that movie and then connect.
She's in the back like having a grilled cheese sandwich.
No, she's...
In like... Like in Jaws, she's on the beach going, dang, that's real messed up. Tonight on Mannix.
No, in Jaws, she's like, shark.
Right. What are you doing, Lynn? What are we doing here?
Wait a minute. First of all, I want to go back to the Mannix. She's not in Mannix. And she wasn't in Dynasty.
Was she on the Rockford Files?
No. She did have a role in Hawaii Five-0.
Oh, there you go.
From 1973.
As what?
She was in
Which episode? Because I know she wasn't in the credits.
Episode Murder is a Taxing Affair.
Right. I know she wasn't in the
Betty
credits.
Rowan.
Yeah.
Okay. And she was in the Cop in a Cage episode of Kojak where she played Gloria. And she was in the Left Hand of the Devil episode of Beretta, where she played Rita. And she was from Out of the Darkness episode of The Rookies, where she played Carol Brenner.
For one episode.
And she was in the Big Dealers episode of Toma, where Toma.
I don't even know what that is.
Toma was a pre-Beretta. If you ever see it, it basically is Beretta.
Is he an ethnic?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah. And
so like the hook was Italians.
Yes. Funny you say that. She was also in the Too Many Alibis episode of Petrocelli. As Joan Arnold.
You gotta love the late 60s, early 70s, where the hook was, we have Italians, but they're not doing crime.
Oh, wait a minute. In the photo finish episode of Starsky and Hutch, she played 2 roles.
Ooh.
She played Greta Wren and Dora Pruitt.
Well, is it like an evil twin situation?
I've
you don't know. You're just going down.
I've not seen that. I'll have to ask my sister, who has the box collection of Starsky and Hutch,
right.
to look up that episode. And while she wasn't in Dynasty, she was in the solitary confinements episode and the betrayal episode in the role of Ella of Falcon Crest.
So she got 2 episodes in Falcon Crest. Da-da-da-da. The spinoff. That was a Dallas spinoff, right?
Yes.
Falcon Crest?
No.
Or was it a Dynasty spinoff?
No, it wasn't. It was a Dallas.
It was a Dallas.
It was a Dallas.
Dallas spinoff.
It was a
Falcon Crest.
Yes. It was. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Now, going back to her movies.
Yes. That.
Okay. There are 2 movies.
Oh, stop.
Wait a minute.
No, not wait a minute. Just give me one. Don't nobody like you don't even know who she is.
I do know.
Like I don't know how. Stop it. No, you don't.
I know her. She was a Starsky and Hutch.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, just give me the movie.
Wait a minute.
She's in with other people that you know, and then we can go ahead and move on and get on with our lives.
We're running early.
Dervell is judging you.
Hold on. She was in 2 movies that you have seen and you will be able to use.
Okay.
Do you want the movie from 1973 or do you want the movie from 1991?
I'm going to go with 1973 because that's probably more interesting.
In 1973, she played Crystal.
Of course. Of course she did.
In The Sting.
Where is she in The Sting?
Remember when...
Because I had to remember when. In the scene. Singular.
No. She's in 2 scenes. She is. In the scene where Robert Redford, so I'm giving you one of the actors, can't use Robert Redford. And that's not the one you would use anyway. Robert Redford.
And Paul Newman did what?
No, she's just with Robert Redford. Robert Redford, he pulls the heist with James Earl Jones' brother, and he's sitting on top of money. And then he goes to the restaurant to tell this waitress, hey, I want to take you out for a night on the town.
She's the waitress?
She's the waitress.
So, of course. Paul Newman is how we're going to do this. But let's see if we can do a little razzle. Let's see if I have enough. Let me see if I can go the long way. Let's say Dervell Martin is in, yeah, I'll take a couple of leaps. Yes, I know Sidney Poitier is in Paris Blues, obviously. But Sidney Poitier is also, so of course Dervell Martin is in Guess Who's Coming to Dinner with Sidney Poitier. Sidney Poitier is in Porgy and Bess with Sammy Davis Jr. Sammy Davis Jr. is in A Man Called Adam with Louis Armstrong. Louis Armstrong is in Paris Blues with Paul Newman. And then Paul Newman is in The Sting with someone that I don't know if he met her on the set of The Sting because she was...
He does not share a scene with her.
Because, and she had 2 scenes. What was the second scene, Lynn?
Well, the second scene is when Robert Redford takes her out for a night and takes her to like this little like speakeasy gambling joint, and he loses his whole wad on the first bet.
Yeah.
And then that's the end of it.
So even the second scene isn't actually about her.
No.
Like you just described the second scene and didn't mention her at all.
Because she's standing next to him.
She's wow, look at the shark.
I mean, she has lines in it.
Oh my goodness, that's terrible.
She says, "Oh my God, he promised me a whole night," he said. He promised me big drinks, he said, as she's walking out. Because their night is over.
Because their night is.
And
then the rest of the movie.
And then the sting pursues.
And now we're sitting here talking about Sally Kirkland.
And we're talking about Sally
which,
Kirkland.
For the record, is somebody you weren't even thinking of.
Yes. I was thinking of Sally Kellerman.
I was thinking about Skillet of Leroy And.
Well done, Vincent.
Well, thank you, Len.
Okay.
She was in The Sting, huh?
She was in The Sting.
Had she starred in anything? What was the 1991 movie?
The 1991 movie?
Mm-hmm.
JFK.
Who was she in JFK?
She played Rose Cherami.
And who was she in JFK?
I have no idea.
Did you see JFK?
1,000 times.
But you don't remember. But you don't. But somehow, I'm supposed to connect her to. Do you not understand the spirit of this?
I do.
Do better.
That was good.
It wasn't.
You did it?
Did I?
Yes.
Okay.
You did.
All right.
And at the end, that's all that counts.
It's the friends that we made along the way. That's what really matters. Why didn't the Eagles just fly him to Mordor and they drop him in the volcano?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of, is there a movie that she's... Now, you say this, but...
I do say this.
She did earn a Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture. She starred in a film, an independent comedy in 1987 called Anna.
Have you seen this?
No.
Have you heard of it before this exact second? Stop it. No, you haven't.
No.
Has anyone talked about this film, Anna, since 1987?
No.
Mm-hmm. Can you name anybody else who was in it besides her?
No.
Was she the star?
Yes.
So it said Anna starring Sally Kirkland.
She won for Best Actress.
I didn't ask you that. Does it say Anna starring Sally Kirkland?
Okay, let's look it up.
Is Anna? She Anna? Does she play Anna?
Yes, she is the star.
So she doesn't play Rope. Boy, Alfred Hitchcock was real confident. He just gave it away in the title. The answer is Rope.
It's a good movie.
I know.
I'm not going to have you sitting on Rope.
I'm not. The third man is a lady. Spoiler. That's how they get you. The whole time you're looking for a dude, and it's actually a lady.
Yes. That's not Alfred Hitchcock,
That's Orson Welles.
Actually, the third man is not Orson Welles, but they say he more or less directed.
Right. They talk, right.
But
it's a lady.
Yes, I know. I've seen the third man.
I'm just,
It's a good film.
I don't want you to go in and keep trading. Well, there's the first man. Okay, and that's the second man. You have a little chart. This is the first man.
It's going off. I'm only at 2 men.
But then come to find out, it's the friends that we made along the way that really matter.
Can I move on?
And that was 6 Degrees of Durville.
All right. Let's get into our review of We Strangers. And I see people asking, hey, There's no emails this week. We do have emails, but we're going to hold them till next week. Okay? So there you go. We Strangers is a 2024 American drama written and directed by Anu Valia in her film directorial debut. It stars Kirby Howell-Baptiste, Tina Lifford, Sarah Goldberg, Maria Dizzia, Kara Young, Harry Dillon, Paul Adelstein, and Misha Reddy. An addictive and haunting study of race, class, and assimilation centering around Ray, a charming and self-determined woman living in Gary, Indiana. This study of race, class, and assimilation was Vincent's selection for our celebration of Black horror tonight. Vincent, what say you of We Strangers?
Well, obviously, I apologize for not following the theme of the month.
You missed the assignment.
I did not know anything about. I very loosely knew the plot about this character who pretended to be a medium. And in my defense, when you look at the trailer, it looks like there will be a level of menace.
Yes, it does.
To it.
It does.
So I thought there would be, and there isn't. That is the observation. I will comment on that observation in a moment. But as you mentioned, the plot of this film, where Kirby Howell-Baptiste plays a domestic named Ray, or I don't even think I think she works for a cleaning company, and then kind of becomes a domestic,
right?
Working for an Indian doctor and his white wife, and then eventually working for another white family in the same neighborhood. In the midst of her working for these two families, she pretends to be a medium.
Yes.
And the plot, as it were, unfolds from there. But as you said, this is a film that ultimately is less interested in plot as it is an examination of race and class. In this case, the dynamic between the Black domestic and the white family, even if in this case, half of one of the white households is Indian. In that case, it defaults to class. And in that regard, it enters part of a conversation that we've had on and off throughout our time here, and certainly a conversation that if you're interested in race and class in film is sort of ongoing. This trope of the all-knowing Black domestic, who is this font of earthy wisdom, who is there to dispense advice.
The magical Negro.
A magical Negro, literally a magical Negro in this case. And in a lot of ways, Anu Valia is interested in subverting that.
Valia.
Anu Valia is interested in subverting that, where Kirby Howell-Baptiste's Ray knows that these families, and in particular the two women of the household,
the matriarchs,
Tracy and Jean, subscribe to this stereotype. And Ray looks to exploit it. There is never a moment in this film where Ray has any belief in her any kind of otherworldly powers. There's never a moment in this film where the film grants Ray any otherworldly power. Like, it's never any wiggle room. It's never a twist. Like, this very much is Ray is keenly aware that these white women thinks that she might have magical powers because she's black.
Right.
And she is exploiting this.
Mm-hmm.
And just as an idea, there is a bite there. Like, if that's the foundation, I think there are these moments throughout the film, whether it is the moment where one of the women of the household, Tracy, tries to connect with Ray. And you can see in Tracy's head, Ray is going to be her black best friend. Mm-hmm. And Ray resists it.
Yep.
There's a moment where Tracy's daughter,
oh boy,
played by Micheaux,
mm-hmm.
you can see that she wants to have Ray as this almost mammy, mentor-y figure. We were just talking about Give Me a Break a few weeks ago. Mm. And Ray resists that. And then the foundation of this is of course, the final woman, Jean, played by Maria Dizzia, and who is sort of this loopy housewife who honestly believes that Ray has magical powers.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a much sharper version of this story that would have been amazing. On the other end, talking about subverting this show, and again, look, we've been on for years, whether you're talking about the Help episode, whether you're talking about Driving Miss Daisy, mm-hmm. we always talk about the fact that we have these black characters in these films, and it's like the films don't grant them a life
right
outside of their job. This film explores the lives. Mm-hmm. And these are the moments, surprise, surprise, that sing the most, because you have Kirby Howell-Baptiste, you have the great Cara Young, mm-hmm. and you have Tina Lifford, who I know from Queen Sugar.
Yeah.
And you have these three wonderful actresses in this space allowed to bounce off of each other. And you see the effects that Ray's job mm-hmm. is having on her personal life, her real life with these women. But again, at a film that comes in at 1 hour and 20 minutes, there is a sharper version of this film that deals with that. And then finally, for everything that Ray does where she's trying to exploit these stereotypes, trying to subvert it, the film lets you know you can't hack the system. Mm-hmm. Like, eventually racism falls into its place. So at one point, Ray thinks that she can escape her social strata through romance with one of these characters, and this is a dead end.
Yeah.
And then it lands with that tried and true sort of move that you get. There's now some missing jewelry.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that the film, of course, ends up telling her that, there's no place like home. But once again, say it with me, there's a sharper version of this film.
Exactly.
That underlines it more. On a technical level, I really enjoyed a lot of the cinematography, and you see that we've seen the cinematographer before, and the name's not in front of me, but I know they were the cinematographer for another film that we thought had great potential, but it looked fantastic, Master. Mm-hmm. The framing of some of these shots are absolutely gorgeous. I thought the costumer did a great job conveying information through through the clothes that all these characters like there was this wonderful unity of clothing and background again and again throughout this film that it was very intentional and was very effective, just again visually. Mm-hmm. Maria Dizzia, who plays one of the white women, Jean, is fantastic.
Yes.
I thought she was absolutely fantastic. Sarah Goldberg, who played the other white employer, I thought was also very good and kind of captured the sort of passiveness that we talk about when we, kind of this polite racism. I thought she captured it really well. Not nearly enough Kara Young.
Ooh.
But the Kara Young you get is like water to a thirsty man.
Yep.
Kara Young is everything.
Yeah.
Again, I've always enjoyed Tina Lifford just from Queen Sugar, and it was nice seeing her. It was nice seeing her, and again, the moments they're all together work. And look, you already know, this is no mystery what brought me to this. It's no mystery whatsoever. Kirby Howell-Baptiste is absolutely everything as far as I'm concerned. I remember meeting her on The Good Place.
Okay.
Which, speaking of stereotype, she very much was an example of what a lot of black pop culture critics call the disposable black girlfriend. Where, you had these two characters, and then it was interesting because you had the male character was black. And Endgame was Kristen Bell's character. And, not to get too much into The Good Place, because it's a great television show. They set up that they have to complicate getting these two together. And Kirby Howell-Baptiste comes in as the girlfriend to kind of not have them together. And you can almost see from the writing of the show, she was so perfect. There was actually no narrative reason that Chidi, that was the character's name, would have chosen anyone over her. So then they kind of shoehorned something in there. And since then I've watched her. I was an early Neil Gaiman critic. It's cool to not talk about Neil Gaiman now, but I very early on was like, Sandman.
Yeah, you are.
But I very much watched Sandman because she played Death.
Yeah.
And I think she is the one actual great thing about this film. I think there is a mischief to this character that is absolutely wonderful. I think the fact that she is hyper aware of what's happening and tries to work it, I think is fantastic. I think she has a subtle hand with comedy. It's not really funny, but there are moments where I think you see humor. When it's time for her to be sexy, absolutely nails it. But, again, I really do think this film could have used another draft, maybe two more, to make it tighter.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I also think that another draft or two might have locked in on exactly what tone Valia wanted. Because you said, like you mentioned, there are some hints of comedy in here, almost like a dark comedy to it. And I think that Ray, Kirby Howell-Baptiste's character, is definitely in that pocket. And I think that's the reason why she kind of underplays a lot of the role, because not knowing, okay, what is this scene going for? Especially her scenes, like you mentioned, her scenes with making sure I get the right one. Maria Dizzia as Jean, who's like a lot more quirky, right? And I think her character from the beginning when she first shows up, because she shows up like damn near at the top of the film along with Kirby, is played to be a little bit off kilter. Was played for some hints of comedy in there, and I think those scenes with those two work very well, as opposed to everyone else who I think are tonally in another movie. And because of that, Kirby's performance, I don't think 100% jives with them. I think the idea of what Valia wants to get across in the story and this commentary that she wants to make, like you said, on class and race, I think it's there. The thoughts are there, especially in, how she will be cleaning but ear hustling for what is going on in the house.
Right.
And using that as the ammunition for these readings that she's giving. Right. And she actually says, I'm not lying. I'm just telling people what they want to hear, which is all she's doing. And she's spot on with it because she's listening. God knows nobody in there is listening to one another.
Right.
Indicative of these households. But I think that's why some of those scenes don't really 100% hit with me. I think a return to the comedy with bite that this movie could have had is when you get to there's a house party that is thrown.
Yeah.
And that one where the Ray character is basically a fly on the wall, listening to all of the pretentiousness of these white people and how they all want her to be their best black friend.
Yeah.
Showing how progressive they are. It's like, oh my God, do you see death around me?
And I was promised a black best friend.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, if the entire movie is in that pocket, now you're saying something. Now that commentary has a little bit more bite and you're feeling it. But I think it let goes of the reins a little bit. I think there is a incomplete loop with the Ray character and the daughter.
I agree.
I think that loop, you're wanting for that to be tied off at the end. And she gives a kind of what she think is a capper to it with the whole juggling of eggs. But for me, it just didn't land. And I think there's moments in this movie where you get this still shot of this mountain range.
But
one, the mountain range turns out to be apparently a volcano.
Right.
And then two, that's supposed to be allusions to some historic story.
Right.
But it doesn't go anywhere.
The metaphor
doesn't land.
Never actually links.
Not at all.
Yeah.
And I get what she's going for, but it just doesn't go there.
You have this recurring story that she tells about this prisoner that ends up being freed because of the volcano.
Yeah.
You have this image, as you said, of the mountain. But this is what I'm talking about, it being sharper. And there's always a possibility maybe we're just not smart enough to get it. But I think we're pretty we're attentive movie watchers.
Yeah. I see Sally Kirkland.
I think the metaphor was too oblique. And as you say, it's not to the final moments that you realize that this mountain you've been looking at the whole time was the volcano.
Right.
Like you can't have these two images that aren't, here's that word again, sharp. Like either have it be the volcano the whole time, or you need to be more clear about what is the link with this story.
Yeah.
With Ray's situation.
And the link doesn't even have to be anything verbal in the script. It could be as simple of, I think of how amazing that I didn't get it probably the first 3 times that I saw it. In Close Encounters of the Third Kind, of how much like the whole mountain where, the aliens are, how much of that is seeded throughout the movie.
Yeah.
And not just like, yes, he does build one, but it actually is there just in little bits and pictures and mashed potatoes.
I was about to say the images.
Yeah. The images, it's there. Something as simple as that could have been in this. Instead, we keep seeing things going down the drain, which I guess maybe is a connective tissue, but it doesn't.
Well, to your point about the tone, initially I thought these images of liquids going down the drain and even the way initially the households are set up, like I thought initially for a moment, the film did a good job of showing how alien a new house is.
Yes.
Like I think for all of us, like the first time you go into a new house, and certainly when you go outside of the public space, like, how you go to people's houses, you're in the living room, you're in the dining room, maybe if it's Black people, we all convene in the kitchen.
Yeah.
But you know how it feels to go into people's basement for the first time? Or to go upstairs in someone's house. And there is that moment of alienness.
Yeah.
And certainly with the power dynamic of your working there. And then in the case with Ray, which I thought was really smart, the first 2 times she's in this alien space, she's with the men in the house. So you understand how she is almost in fight mode. Like, I don't know what I'm stepping into.
Right.
But that doesn't carry throughout the film.
Not at all.
And you just don't get a through line. So once again, I like that. And like the first time I saw the image of the liquids going down, it's like, oh, so they're catching, they're trying to capture the unease of the ordinary. But then it doesn't gel.
Yeah.
It doesn't gel. And to your point about the party, even this notion where she is exploiting their racism. Like, you think I'm a magical Negro. Well, hell, I'll be the magical Negro for $100. You gotta, you make sure you cash at me my $100.
That's right.
But even that, where you think it's going to escalate, as you mentioned, like she's at the bar. Like, quite honestly, I thought the film was going to land where she basically had started a cult.
Yeah. Like amongst all these, yes,
right. Like
absolutely.
This notion of like you said, her ear hustling, and she's not even really ear hustling. Here you go. Here's something else that we talked about years ago that kind of uses this and does a bit like Brother from Another Planet. Where you realize that all these people who are in the, in these service fields, janitors and doormen and stuff, but they are effectively invisible.
Right.
Like, we don't pay attention to them. They're just sort of the background. But then by the end, you realize they've been there all along.
All along, yeah.
She's invisible. So they don't understand that like clearly you're cheating on your husband with this doctor. But since it's just little old me, you don't even pay attention. But again, you've sold your soul to do this, and now you're destroying your relationship with your mother and your friend and your family. But I need to see the destruction of that. Like you have to actually stick to it. And by the end, like, you don't get to come home. You don't get to go to the wonderful birthday party and this, that, and the other. So, it's a shame. It's funny we were talking about Master, because I think I'm going to land the exact same way, where I want to see more from this director.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Like, I want to see more from her. And I want to see bigger things from her.
Absolutely. I mean, because for all of that is missing from it, it's a smart movie, you know? So you definitely want to see more from her. She's actually, she's directed quite a few episodes of television.
Sally Kirkland in any of her episodes that she directs?
No, she didn't get cast in Mixed-ish. And she didn't make it to the final cut of Aquafina is Nora from Queens.
Okay, all right.
But Sally Kirkland, who knows? She may turn up in season 2 of She-Hulk Attorney at Law. Valia directed some episodes of that.
Oh, get that Marvel money.
Get that Marvel money.
Get that Marvel money.
Mad at you for eating
no,
at
I'm
the
sorry.
Marvel Cafe.
Get that Disney money.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Because that check clears.
That check does clear.
You don't have to post-date that check. That's a joke for our older missionaries. Young people are like, post-date? What is that?
They're like, check.
What is a check? Check. When's the last time you wrote a check?
A check.
When's the last time you wrote a check?
Oh, wow.
When's the last time you wrote a check?
It has been.
Made you feel like your mom writing a check.
You know what? Shit. I think the last check I wrote was going on 6 years ago. Because I think, and I could be wrong, but I think I had to write no, I didn't. I was going to say I had to write a check for my apartment when I moved in.
Okay,
but that was a money order.
You still have a checkbook? Like, do you still own a checkbook?
No.
You don't even have a checkbook?
No.
You know, when you couldn't float checks anymore, checks had no more use for me. Like, remember, like you could, before, do you remember the moment when you couldn't float a check anymore? Like, you would give somebody a check and they'd run it through. It's like, oh, the game done changed.
That's true. That's true.
The game done changed.
Oh, yeah. Y'all don't know.
Y'all don't know.
Y'all don't know. Man, shoot, man.
I was a check floating engineer. Like, I knew how to float a check.
Man, look, that's how a lot of people ate, man.
Look, man.
They go to food shop. Well,
look,
I have to write you a check.
I'm going to write you a check.
Oh, my God. Woo, you took me to the way back.
Hey, man.
Yeah, when's the last time you wrote a check?
Our plumber likes checks.
Okay.
You know, I think he kind of does his own books, and he likes checks.
What is he, 80?
He's not 80, but he's not young.
Apparently.
Yeah, he's not 80, but he's not young.
You know, young buck.
Yeah, but he likes checks.
Obviously, no, because my plumber,
right,
it's like Venmo or Cash App.
Yeah, not my plumber. Having said that, that is something else that I thought this film did well, but I wish they could have sharpened it. The fact that, you know, Ray is really part of, you know, is the working poor. Like, so much of her life and her mother's life and Kara Young's life revolves
around their job,
around getting another shift, and how much this costs, and the financial implications of this move and this and the other. And I thought that was really subtly done.
I did too.
Like you and I just had a check conversation. You can always tell when people have actually lived. And I got the sense that this film is based on the experiences.
Oh yeah, and she says that
of someone
of a new Valia.
Like this is someone who look.
Yeah,
you know, I'm not a trust fund kid. I'm not I have lived. So.
You kind of hinted at this a little bit, and we say this again. We're repeating ourselves. I could have stayed in that van with Kara Young.
Oh my goodness.
Tina Lifford and Kirby Howell-Baptiste as they just drove around after her car broke down. I could have been in that van for the total hour and 20 minutes.
Oh yeah.
And one, because that would have just given us that much more Cara Young.
Yeah.
You know, Cara Young, if you don't know, one of the brightest stars on Broadway. Hey,
Just won a Tony.
I'm actually going to have the opportunity to meet her this coming Monday.
Really?
Yeah, the African American Film Critics Association goes to Broadway. It's their 4th annual event, and it's going to be held in New York at Del Frisco's on this coming Monday. And Cara Young is going to be one of the stars from Broadway that will be there at the event. And,
try and get her on the show.
Well, I have to meet her first.
Okay, all right.
But trust me, I will put in a bid.
All right.
I'm looking forward to it.
All right.
We are huge Cara Young fans.
Yes, we are.
Huge Cara Young fans. But that being said, would you recommend that people watch We Strangers?
Well, for something that my main critique is that it could have been sharper, and certainly some of the tightening of it, frankly, I think could have come with a little extra time. Like take some time to breathe, because it's only 120 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, an hour and 20 minutes, including the credits. So it's a very short film. The irony is that while that's my greatest critique, that is ultimately why I'm going to end up recommending it, because it's only an hour and 20 minutes. And there's certainly enough good in here to justify that hour and 20 minutes. So I do recommend it, but more, what I actually recommend more is keeping an eye on so many of the participants in this film.
Absolutely.
The director, the cinematographer.
The cinematographer, Charlotte Hornsby.
Charlotte Hornsby. The actors. Again, we talked about Carol Young, Kirby Howell-Baptiste. Like I said, I was a fan of the 2 women who played the white employers.
The white women.
Yeah. I thought they did,
Sarah Goldberg and Maria Dizzia.
Sure, I'll be looking out for them. So yeah, I am going to land on recommending it.
I think that I will too, for that same reason. It's 88 minutes. That's it. To hang out with Kirby Howell-Baptiste, who does very good work in this film. Excellent work. Tina Lifford, Cara Young, the cast themselves, they're doing well. I don't think everything gels together as much as it could, but it's a good-looking film. It's a smart film. It's does have something that it's trying to say, and who, like you said, it may be too smart for us.
Hey, look.
So, I would recommend We Strangers. Now, it's not a horror movie.
It's not a horror movie.
It's not a horror movie.
It's not scary.
So don't go saying, you're going to make your Halloween movie checklist and put We Strangers on it. It's not a movie for Halloween.
If you look at the trailer,
okay,
you would think it was something else going on. I mean, is that fair?
That's fair.
Okay.
However,
I mean, I hadn't seen it.
I'm not knocking you.
Okay.
But at this point, we have seen it.
Okay.
And don't put it on your Halloween checklist.
Right. It's not Halloween. All right.
Nor is it a Christmas film.
Nor Sally Kirkland.
Sally Kirkland.
Or maybe she is, like she is in most of her movies. She was at the party eating a sandwich going, wow, that's crazy.
Are you black? God. Stop picking on Sally Kirkland. She did nothing to you.
She did nothing to you.
Okay. All right.
All right.
That is our review of We Strangers. Before we tell you what we're going to be reviewing next week and who will be our very special guest next week, I invite you to follow the Micheaux Mission, 2 men, 1 podcast, every black film ever made. You can go to our website, micheauxmission.com, and be notified of when we have special events. Check out all of our updated, all of our episodes. And you can sign up for our newsletter so you can be notified of all the goings on here on the Micheaux Mission. Welcome to new newsletter subscribers, each and every one of you, including my sister Leslie, who finally signed up for the newsletter.
Finally got the good web twin.
Et tu, Brute?
Yeah.
You just like, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway.
You would pick Leslie over me? Yeah, I would.
When you can finish. Let's see you do the credit.
You know I was complimenting you last week. You was complimenting me.
Yeah.
Like, boy, Len sure has that thing memorized.
You can follow the Micheaux Mission wherever you catch podcasts on Apple, Spotify, or YouTube, where you can hit the bell, subscribe, follow the Micheaux Mission, and notify at least one person this week. That is your mission. You have chosen to accept it. Okay. The Micheaux Mission is also a proud member of the Believe Podcast Network. Believe, BLEAV.com. Every sport, every topic, everywhere. The Micheaux Mission streams live every Tuesday night at 7 p.m. from Young Chunk, Philadelphia's premier video podcast palace. If you want to book yourself in one of the fabulous podcast studios that they have here, you want to go to youngchunk.com and book your time right now. Don't delay. Well, delay a couple of minutes so you can hear what we're reviewing next week. Then you can get to all of that. Next week here on the Micheaux Mission, we have a very special guest. It is the creator of the horror anthology podcast, Black Women Are Scary. Wimoto Nyoka will be joining us here live in studio as we will be reviewing from 2019, Good Manners.
Ooh.
And don't let the title fool you. This is indeed a horror film. Next week, here on the Micheaux Mission. Until then, he's Vincent, I'm Len, and in parting we say,
we'll see you when it's time to meet again.
Young John!